It's April 6th, and we are back for a new episode of ACDN-TV. Later on, we will talk about the insane basketball national championships that took place all week, and talk about the Chinese space station that plummeted towards Earth on Tuesday.
But first, let's check out my segment about the SAD program that has recently been added back into our school's extracurricular programs.
Students Against Destructive Decisions, formerly Students Against Driving Drunk, is an organization whose aim is to prevent accidents from students taking potentially destructive decisions. Their mission is to help people avoid the dangers of drinking and driving. Today, their mission has expanded to deal with underage drinking, other drug use, risky and impaired driving, discrimination, bullying, and other destructive decisions. AC's SAD program took a few years off due to Mrs. Sutcliffe's retirement, but is now back on its feet and under the wings of Mr. Lelick and Mrs. Smith. I got the chance to talk to Mrs. Smith on how it came back.
SAD took a little bit of a hiatus over the last 2 years. Mrs. Sutcliffe was in charge of it for a while, and we decided to bring it back this year. Administration was looking for some staff members to lead that, and so Mr. Lelick and I decided that it would be a good thing for us to try to get it back off the ground. So SAD is back. The next few things we have going on, we do have a ghost out coming on near the end of April, so there'll be more information for that. And then we will also do the mock DUI this year in May, which is going to occur, I believe May 15th is the date, and you'll hear more about that as well. But that's an important experience that I think everyone should see, especially with prom approaching at the end of the year.
This is the first time we've had a SAD club since Mrs. Sutcliffe has retired, and we had the assembly on the vaping and tobacco stuff.
Okay, so in the future we plan on doing the ghost out where everyone's going to paint their face white, and then we're also going to do the mock DUI.
Basically, what a mock DUI is a drinking and driving situation for students to realize what they shouldn't be doing after prom.
It's a really great way to be involved with the student body and to help them make good decisions. It's not really that much of a time consumer thing. We meet only about once a month, sometimes less. So if you really want to join something that's great for the school, join SAD.
SAD is a great way for students to stay away from destructive decisions, and it is a great resume builder.
Not only is it a good resume builder, but there are plenty of other benefits that can come from being a part of AC's SAD Club. There are plenty of ways to have fun not only this prom season, but any other time, and make sure all of the ones you carry out are safe ones. For ACDN-TV, I'm Don McMillan.
Madness is exactly what you got if you tuned into the national championship games for both the women's and men's NCAA tournaments this past week. On Sunday, in one of the craziest finishes in both tournaments, Notre Dame's Arike Onuwabe nailed a game-winning shot at the buzzer to secure a national championship win over Mississippi State. Let's see that now.
Ogunbowale for the win. Good! Arike Ogunbowale wins.
If you thought that was it, you are wrong. In the men's tournament, Villanova routed Michigan by a final score of 79-62, led by 31 points off the bench from overnight sensation Dante DiVincenzo. That win secured Villanova its second national championship in 3 years, and let's take a look at DiVincenzo's big game now.
Games with the Cats, you got to take good shots. DiVincenzo comes off the bench. Doesn't take long, does it? Fearless. They are. Now, DiVincenzo takes on Simpson, and he Haskell forced to go back outside, step up for a two. Look how far out this is. Oh, Max! How did that go? Dante! A little inferno. Setting a tone, Raph.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was really crazy. 31 points.
China's prototype space station met a fiery end in Earth's atmosphere on April 1st, breaking apart and burning up in the skies over southern Pacific oceans just after 8 p.m. Some pieces of the school bus-sized space station almost certainly survived the fall, but the odds that they cause any damage or injury are extremely small. The craft launched without anyone on board on September 29, 2011, out to an orbit about 217 miles above Earth. The spacecraft's main mission was to help China to master the technologies required to assemble and operate a bona fide space station in Earth orbit, a goal the nation aims to achieve by the early 2020s.
Yesterday you saw some of the musical Oklahoma. Set in the Oklahoma Territory in the early 1900s, this musical tells the story of two pairs of lovers. Curly is a cowboy who has trouble admitting his feelings to Laurie, as she does to him. Because of their stubbornness, Judd, the hired hand at Laurie's farm, tries to come between them. The show features an all-star cast including Caleb Wanger as Curly, Molly Lively as Laurie, Abby Ballsball as Ado Annie, and Cassie Brimmer as Aunt Eller. If you like what you saw yesterday and want to see the entire show, you can still get tickets for tonight and tomorrow. Tickets are $9 for general admission, and the musical will begin at 7:30 tonight and tomorrow night.
2 weeks ago, there were marches held in Washington, D.C. and many other cities protesting gun violence in the U.S. ACDN-TV's Carl Brightwalk has coverage on that.
Mr. Trump, Congress, the Senate, and all elected leaders of America, you have failed us, and we have had enough of your NRA agenda.
On March 24th, the March for Our Lives took place. It was a march with the intention of protesting gun control laws in the U.S. Washington, D.C. was the main hub for the event, but there were hundreds of other events in the U.S., and many other countries participated as well. Survivors of the shooting in Florida spoke to the crowd and stood up to the politicians.
These walkouts have been criticized. They've been told that it is a disruption to the educational process. And I say to them, the real disruption to the educational process is staring down the barrel of a gun.
The event featured many current artists, including Miley Cyrus, Demi Lovato, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Ariana Grande, and many more. In total, Washington, D.C. had between 200,000 and 800,000 people. Since then, New Jersey has already passed 6 new gun laws, and many other states are following suit.
So to all of you who are assisting us in the fight for change, thank you. Thank you all. And the fight begins today, and it will not end until we get what we need.
Don't forget that in 2 weeks, the annual yard sale will be held here in the high school cafeteria. Start going through your closets, garages, and attics to gather things you and your family don't want anymore, and be ready to bring it into school the week of April 16th. It's an easy way to help us raise money for 4 Diamonds. Last year we raised over $1,000.
And speaking of spring pictures for students in grades 7 through 12 will be Thursday starting at 9 a.m. Follow the schedules that will be posted throughout the hallways. For ACDN-TV, I'm Don McMillan.
And I'm Joey Kroll, and we will see you next week.
Hopefully.